Minecraft, the work of Notch. Well, in that case, I think Notch must be my arch nemesis, because in this episode of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian, disasters abound. I'm going to have a creeper blow up my base at some point, I'm going to struggle to get to the surface and then wind up lost, and something unexpected and bad is going to happen right at the beginning of this episode too, so let's go ahead and get started. Ah! Ah! Whoa. Yeah, so I'm aware of the fact that there is a bug or a feature that if you are mining stones near a spawner, it's the case that there is a brief window of time. So normally, it says it's all lit up around the spawner, and as a result, it can't spawn any more zombies. But as you mine the brick, there's a brief moment where the brick just disappeared, and previously there wasn't any light inside the brick, because obviously it was inside of a brick, and so there couldn't be light there. And if the spawner happens to try to generate an enemy just at that moment in time, it can spawn an enemy just in the brick that just disappeared because you just mined it, and I think that's what just happened there, and so the spawner created a zombie, and it startled the heck out of me. And yes, for whatever reason, I just was choosing to mine up the mossy cobblestone, because I never do that, and I'm not sure why I never do that, because it's kind of a cool-looking block, and admittedly, I don't do much building, but it could be fun to build with. And so, I was just mining that all up. And the monsters that you hear, there's definitely like some monsters or a cave area behind the wall over here, and at some point I might take a look at that, but I think I'm probably more likely just to go back up to the surface. But in any case, I collected this moss stone. I guess I could just take out the spawner. That's something I never do, but let's go ahead and kill a zombie spawner for once. Hooray! No more zombies. Okay, so I've got my little base right here, and I'm cooking up. Oh, looks like I might have finished cooking up 37 iron, and 32 more iron, and apparently I have one piece of iron uncooked, and 19 gold. And I've got all kinds of other goodies in here, and so let's stack this all up. I've got 8 lapis lazuli blocks, which I stack to make them more efficient. Yes, I have lots of good stuff, so now would be a good time to try to head back up to the surface. So I took out the wall behind all of this, and it turns out that there's a cave system right here, and that's where I was hearing the bad guys. Oh, hello, zombie. Darn it. He got me. Alright, let's see how far this goes. Of course it goes everywhere. Hello, creeper. You seem to be trapped. Alright, some water working in my favor there. Seem to be a number of water sources over here. So yeah, I'm just going to explore around, kind of behind the, where I made my little base in the zombie dungeon. Alright, well, that is all safe. And I don't think, yeah, there was some coal up there, but other than that, there aren't any interesting resources. I'll grab my sulfur. I saw some iron on the ceiling over there. Let's see. Whoop! Dip, 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 dip. Okay, there's a skeleton over here. He's gonna come running right at me. And there we go. Alright, and only one I can handle. It looks like there's some gold or something over here. Where is this water coming from? Somewhere way back in there. Let's cut it off. Alright. And I see a torch up there, and so possibly this is circling around to somewhere I've been? I don't know. Oop! Dip, dip, dip. Hello, skeleton. I'm going to strafe. Nope! Yeah! Darn it. Alright, you got one hit. I'll give you that. I will need to eat my last piece of bread shortly, it looks like. And sigh. The cave just keeps going and going. There's a big thing of water down there. There's some lapis on the wall over here. And other than that, it looks like this is all okay. And so I think I'm going to mine the lapis and the gold that's over here, and then head on back to my little temporary base station. Wow, there's a lot of lapis right here. I wonder if there will ever be another use for it other than simply dye and pretty blue blocks. If there is, then with all the lapis I've started collecting, I might be able to do something cool. I'm saying and then the fact that I'm thinking about saying causes me to, okay. So it does look like I've been up there at some point. Causes me to start doing things like try to break down bricks with my sword rather than a pickaxe. Alright, I'm going to continue gathering things around here, and I will see you guys when something interesting happens. There's a dark area. Ugh. Oh, dip, 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 dip. Oh, look at that. I'm very proud of myself for that. Darn, there's a whole big dark area over there. Alright, I'm going to take that torch back out and that torch back out so that I see that it's dark from over here. Hello. And just to leave it and go back the way I came. Alright, I'm going to collect some resources and make a plan to get back to the surface. See you guys in a little bit. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I had anything. Oh no, what a mess. What a mess. Where did he walk in from? I thought this was all closed off. What a mess. Alright, let's put some stuff away. Alright, I guess he could have walked in through here, possibly. So, no one can fit through there anymore. No one can fit through there because I explicitly made that be safe. I don't think there's a hole in a ceiling over here. No, I've got a full ceiling over there. And then finally, I close this off enough that no one can walk through there. So yeah, he must have walked up through that little steps over there. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Blew up. Oh, I had some iron in a furnace. No, the iron in the furnace. Yeah, I did. I had it in the other furnace. Bummer, bummer, bummer. And he blew up my crafting table. Alright, so I'm going to do the quick farming method. I made a hoe. I have some seeds somewhere in my inventory. I will plant, plant, plant. Huh, I didn't do it fast enough, and it already reverted. Do that. Pick up some more seeds and whatnot. And why don't I go ahead and put some water next to this? There we go. Ho ho. Plant, plant, plant. Bone meal, bone meal, bone meal. Punch, punch, punch. Alright, thanks to my quick farming, I now have 23 pieces of wheat. And it's a thunderstorm! What timing? Just when I thought I was safe again, the world goes and scares me with some very loud thunder out of nowhere. Alright. I'm going to put away things that I don't need right now. Okay, time to make our way back to the surface. Let's just carve straight up, and it looks like there's some good rock over here. Okay, and I'm near the surface because I hear it raining. Okay, and I thought that might happen, as often does when I come up to the surface, which is basically I seem to have come up underwater. But since I thought I was getting near the surface, I did what I often do, which is to create a little water lock. Basically, go down one step before you start redoing your staircase, so that way if the water does pour in, it only goes down to that little drop-off, rather than going all the way down your staircase and possibly knocking down all your torches. And so, that is just hard-fought experience. And it is the middle of the day, despite being a rainstorm. And my phone is ringing, so I'm going to stop and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and thanks to the magic of video editing, it's 6 hours later. Let's see, I had just taken a phone call from a friend and ended up going out and going and walking around the park. It was a nice day, and going and getting some dinner. And so as I recall, there was some water up here. It was daytime, it was possibly raining out. I don't want to come up underwater because I want to be able to find my way back because I've got a bunch of stuff in a chest over there. And so what I will do is just try to go find a different path up and see if I can come up under land somewhere. Ooh. And I see sandstone, and so this is probably also not going to work. And I hear the rainstorm, so it's still raining outside. And there's a bunch of sand, okay. And so I cut off the water, and once again, you'll see that I made this little water lock, airlock, whatever you want to call it. So the water only went down to here rather than going all the way down my staircase and possibly taking out all my torches. But let's see. It appears that I'm under a little bit of an ocean here. And so, in order to try to avoid it, I'm trying to stop that. I actually have an interesting way that I'm going to try to avoid it, and I will meet you downstairs and you'll see what I'm going to do. That's not going to work, Brian. So the interesting idea that I had was I could make a map, and I have redstone and iron downstairs, but what I don't have is reeds in order to make the paper. And so I was thinking I would make a map, and then I would see a vision of the surface, and I could see what direction I needed to go in order to avoid the ocean. But seeing as I don't have the materials to craft such an item, instead, I will just have to randomly test a different direction to start digging up, and so that's what I'm going to do. I might have to do this a few times, so I will edit a little bit out until I find a way to get to the surface that doesn't involve getting wet. Okay, well, I was digging all night and tried going in a few different directions to try to find my way so I wasn't coming up under the ocean, and I have not been successful, and by all night I mean it's already morning time again. The sun is rising in Minecraft. And so, despite the fact that it's going to be hard to find my way back, I think I need to just go ahead and bite the bullet and swim up and see where I am at. Oh, I'm under some ice or something? What's going on here? Yep. I've had trouble with this before. Crap, 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 crap. I'm going to drown to death, aren't I? There's some light. Come on, Brian. Oh, boy. Okay, so I am somewhere under some ice down here, and now I'm going to have a very hard time finding my way back. But at least I'm alive. Okay, there is, like, some interesting formation over here. Alright, first of all, I should take a look around and just see if I recognize anything. And I do not, which is not completely unexpected. I need to eat some bread, thanks to suffocating myself. I have a little bit of sand that I want to just place in here so that I can dig some of this up. I just want to see how much of the land is solid over here to see if there's anything that I might be able to kind of dig back down to approximately where I might have just been. Got turned around trying to... I see. So, oh, this looks kind of... What is this? Is this like a glitch, or... This is very interesting looking to me. Where is this water coming from? Somewhere over here. Is it melted out under this ice? What's going on here? This looks very unusual on my screen, and I'm not sure what is the cause. Okay, apparently Minecraft wanted to have a water block there. Like, where is this water coming from? I know that... Oh, I think there's something like you can't see ice through water, or you can't see water through ice, or something, something, something. I don't remember exactly. Let me try replacing a couple of these ice bricks. And see if and how that changes anything. Oh, and I'm using this, and my pickaxe is about to run out. I'm in so much trouble here. Well, I'm not in that much trouble. I'm sure I'll be able to find my way back by just heading south or something like that. In any case, the reason that I was trying to poke around over here is I came up a few times under sand blocks, and dropped little holes in the sand, and so I wanted to see if if any of those came up to the surface. I see some arrows and bones over here, so I will grab them. Okay, let's forget that. I need to put down some torches on the ground over here so that I at least know vaguely where I came up from, so I have a chance at possibly, maybe, finding this area again. Alright, so that is step one, and then step two is I should take a look, and I know that I can see the little L on the cobblestone, and so north is that way, which means south is this way, which means the sky rail is presumably this way, and it's middle of the day, and so let's go walking and see if we can find the sky rail. And of course, I don't have any of the goodies that I left down in the chests down by the dungeon, but we'll try to figure that out and go back and get those goodies at some other time. In the worst case, I can always go back to Vantage House and travel the long corridors back from the northeast cave and find my way back, I think. And so the only worry is that perhaps I'll have a trouble finding the sky rail. And so it's either directly to the south, or it might be the case that I've traveled far enough to the west that it'll be hard to find. So I'm also going to go west or east. I'm all turned around. I'm headed in this direction. How's that? So I'm going to do some walking, and I will bring you guys back in when I find something. Okay, I see land generating in front of me pretty slowly, which makes me think the Minecraft... I came from over there, by the way. Which makes me think the Minecraft world generator is kicking in, and this is a place that I have never been before. And so that worries me a bit in terms of I don't have a good sense of exactly where I am, and I thought by now I might be getting into sight of the sky rail or cliff view or one of those things. And I hear some spiders behind me, but I don't really care. Okay, there are some big mountains over here in a snowy biome, so it's possible that this is the other side of cliff view. And so I'm going to continue walking over there, and I'll bring you guys back in when I get to the top of that mountain. And so where am I? I will keep going this way, but it could very well be the case that we're about to switch into... oh dear. Torches. Right. Right. I am not going to convert all of my wood into planks. I see other people do that all the time and then somehow get themselves into trouble, so I find always leaving myself with a spare extra piece of wood or two is good. I've used up all of my coal to make the remainder of these torches. But of course I can always go mining for coal. Right now I'm not even in a biome that has many trees. I see some trees over there. And so at some point I may need to cut them down. My pickaxe is about to completely run out, and of course I didn't think to bring another one along. And yes, it will not be very long before I will declare that we are officially lost. Okay, the sun is setting. I still haven't found anything that I recognize, and so I think I am officially lost. And how are we going to play this? There's a few things we could do. We're in a snow biome. I could walk across the ice at night because monsters don't spawn on ice. I could just hole up for the night